Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of the STEM Girls Virtual Space. We'll be starting now. In the meantime, please mute your microphones during the show. The show will record the show and upload it later into our Age Network YouTube channel. And also, please use the chat to type your questions. And if you experience connection problems, enable low bandwidth mode and reduce video quality. So, welcome to STEM Girls Virtual Space, episode 21. Women, as we know, are no less than any man in any field. Over time, we have seen several examples of women excelling in various STEM fields and serving the society for a larger cause. We at STEM Girls Initiative aims to groom girls with the same kind of inspiration and zeal at heart to excel in STEM fields and do their best. This talk shows the platform for the women in STEM to talk to the girls aspiring to excel in it. We are sure that after hearing from our guests, all the audience will be inspired to reach the stars. During this talk show, we will be conversing with a woman in the field of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, a woman who has made a mark and have now graciously taken the time to tell us about her journey and share with us her wisdom. We welcome Miss Ansho Mira. Thank you very much for joining us, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you for actually taking the time to talk to us. Thank you very much.
It's more than an honor to be here talking to such wonderful people here. I'm very
Yeah.
excited to share my journey with everyone.
Yes. So we would love to know what your field is and what got you interested in it.
So my field is aerospace engineering, and what got me interested in getting into this field was I was, I think, very young when I would watch air shows that happen here in India. So
Okay.
these air shows were something I never missed since my childhood till now. It is something that actually that got me into this field. Like watching those aircrafts fly in the sky, always, intrigued my attention, and wanted to know as a kid how are these machines flying in the sky, and yeah, basically how are they defying gravity
Wow.
and flying. So that's what interested me into getting into this field, and that's when I took up aerospace engineering.
Wow. I'm sure when you were young, you were like, wow, how is
Yeah.
this happening? How would the
Exactly.
plane just take off like that?
Yeah, how is it just flying like
Yeah.
birds in the sky? How are they doing that? So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad. Yeah. So, what does it mean for you to be a woman in STEM and your sector as well?
Okay. So being a woman in STEM is something, so in so many people, because I've seen everyone having their role models as mostly men, but my role model was Kalpana Chawla from India, the astronaut. So it's so important to have women as role models for so that kids can look up to them and you know want to be like them, have an inspiration for their own gender. So I think that is something very important, and in my field it was Kalpana Chawla for me. So yeah, as I was saying, I mean, it's so important to have role models in the field we really like, and I think that's what we have been lacking a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's something really important, and that's why I really like to encourage people to take up STEM, especially girls, to become role models for the future generation. And yeah.
So having role models would surely push you. Having a mentor would surely push
Exactly.
you into moving,
Someone to
yeah,
really
forward.
inspire
Yeah.
you, you can look up to and want to be like them. Yeah.
Mm, yeah, exactly. That's you're so right. So yeah, so in the previous episodes of our talk shows, we've hosted several speakers in STEM field, and they told us that in their field, the percentage of male students and professionals is usually higher than the percentage of females. So would you say it's the same in your sector as well?
Absolutely, it actually is. I think in the aerospace sector, we have like only 25% women representing the field. So, even in my undergraduate course, I think it was almost 70% men and the rest were women. So, I think
Wow.
it is true. Yeah. So even the projects I've worked with, I've been the only girl in my team working with boys. So yeah, I mean
Wow.
there is a lack of women in this field, especially in my field in aerospace. There are not many women who take up aerospace, and I think this mainly starts when
Yeah.
I think when you're younger, it's the way you have been molded because when you're younger, you are
You're
uh,
groomed.
the boys are
Yeah.
given robots and toys like that to play with,
In
and
the
girls are
the
handed
girls in
on.
the kitchen.
Sorry.
Yeah. I said like the boys in the field, the girls in the kitchen or somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, girls are handed on Barbie dolls when they are younger, and I think that's what sets the mindset
Yeah.
as kids itself. So, yeah, I think that's where it starts, and that's why it's so important to teach kids when they are younger that they have a lot of options to explore, and it's not just being stuck to one thing. Like you can explore so many other things
Hmm.
in STEM. There are a lot of options, and something they would enjoy. It's not very, pressurizing or something like
Hmm.
that. It's something they would really enjoy. So I think, yeah, you were right. It is like that. There are more men in this sector compared to women.
Yeah. And it's really disheartening because most
Yeah,
times we see the parents actually creating this mindset for them that the girls are not
absolutely.
supposed to do such work and they should just leave such work for the men.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really disheartening. So it will be much better in the coming generations.
Absolutely. And even when, you are complimenting children as parents, when you compliment a boy, you call him a very smart or very, young, talented boy. But when you tell a
Yeah,
girl, you just
exactly.
tell her she's cute, she's pretty, she's beautiful. So I think that
Wow.
also affects children in one way. That's
Yeah.
where they have set the mindset that girls are just pretty beautiful. I mean, they definitely are, but they can be smart as
Yeah.
well. It's not just the boys. So
Yeah.
that's when you're supposed to be pushing the children towards working on what they really like, help them explore their options.
Hmm. Yeah, you're totally right. You're totally
Yeah.
right. Thank you very much. I really didn't get, I didn't really see it that way, and you're
Mm.
actually right. When parents compliment their female children, be like, wow, she's so cute. Oh, I got this cute
Yeah.
dress for her. And then for
Yeah.
boys, I got this very smart stuff for you. So
Yeah,
really,
like
we
the
need to
boy is
change
always
things.
told he's strong and he's smart, but the girl is
Yeah,
told she's cute and
exactly.
beautiful. And
It's
that
true.
one way also, yeah, it affects one when you
It's
grow
a
up.
fact. Yeah, that's true. So what about when you were students? In the area of peer pressure, have you ever felt peer pressure? Because I feel peer pressure is one thing that actually moves girls away from STEM. When they have this clique and they're like, we want to move to this career that is not STEM. join us, let's go together. You see your friends just pushing to one particular direction that is not of STEM. It actually
Mhm.
affects their mindset. So when you were a
Yeah.
student, did you ever peer pressure, like in your field, like you said, the project that you worked on, you were the only girl, and like how many boys did you actually have in your field at that time during the project?
So in the project, we were four people, and I was the only girl, and there were three other boys with me. So I wouldn't say it was exactly a peer pressure, but it was a sort like when
Okay.
a guy, gives his opinion, it's like he's being smart and confident. But
Mm,
if a girl tries to give out her opinion, she's
yeah,
being bossy. And like, she's
yeah.
just trying to show that
Especially
she
when she's
knows.
like the only one, and they expect you to
Yeah.
keep quiet.
Although I did not face this during my project, I would say, but in general,
She knows
during my
it.
course,
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
did
you
get
didn't really
that
feel
from
any
people.
peer pressure
Yeah.
at all,
I wouldn't call it peer pressure, but another thing what I did feel was,
like from your 100 level.
yeah, I did have a lot of pressure, being a woman. Yeah, so I was just saying, like, being a woman,
Okay.
you have to really try to do that extra work to try to prove that being a woman, you can do stuff that even the guys can. So it's like a pressure you build on yourself, not people building on you, but it just self developed.
Yes. So how can you encourage girls to be more interested and be at the forefront of STEM?
Oh, to be forefront of STEM, I would say first, have some role models for yourself, like I did. Um, although there might not be too many, but I'm sure there are quite a few in the area the girls would be interested in, and look up in their work and try to
Yeah.
find your inspiration and try to find a field which you really, really love, not something you'd be pressurized into, but something you truly enjoy. I think that would be important if you want to get into STEM.
To do. That's great. That's great. So, before we move into your field of expertise, I'd love to
Mhm.
know. I'd love to ask if you know of any scholarship or support programs for young students offered by your institution or any other institution
Offered by my
relating to your field.
institution would be it's mainly for students from my domicile itself. But other than that, there are plenty of scholarships for women across the globe. Like if you want to go, there is some scholarship called Society of Women Engineers, and there are, I think, Lindsay Bellinger Scholarship, what I've heard of. Um, there is UPS Scholarship for female students. These are some of the ones I've heard of. Although I could probably, send you a link or something of your scholarships. But
Okay.
there are plenty of scholarships for
Okay.
women in STEM. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I'm sure our girls would really love to know this. For any of them that would love to study in engineering, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I think the network was poor again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Since you're an expert in aerospace engineering, which pertains to aircraft, what are the interesting projects you've worked on that can help us understand how researchers in aerospace engineering contributes to solving today's problems?
So the project I worked on was a drone project, which was used for inventory management. So what the drone would do would be to, you have factories and inventories where you have goods coming in and goods going out. So what the
Mm.
drone, and it's very difficult, for a person to sit and
Yes.
check in for thousands
Take
of
stock of
goods coming in
everything.
and going out per day. So what the drone would do was once the goods are stacked, the drone would just automatically scan them using a scanner, an electronic module, which would be
Wow.
installed on the drone. So it would just quickly scan each good within a second, and that would be displayed on the computer. And once
Wow.
the good is again leaving, you could have the drone again scan those chips what you have on the good, like it's like a sticker, like you have a barcode scanner,
Wow.
something similar to
Yeah.
that. The drone would scan those
Yes.
goods which are leaving, which would make it so much more convenient and less time consuming. So that was one project I had worked on. And another project was where my team, we built a small mini thruster,
Wow. That
like
is
a
so
mini.
smart.
Yeah, I mean something which has a real life application to it.
The
Yeah.
drone project is seriously so smart. Like everyone.
Yeah, although we weren't able to completely build, but we were able to make the scanning module of the drone, and we were able to design the drone, but we couldn't put it on to work because we had COVID, mm, uh, which ruined it for us. But we were able to do like more than half of the work actually. But
Wow.
that
I'm
was the
really
initial.
wow. I'm really impressed. Really. Yeah. So, okay, since the explosion of COVID-19, our organization, Age Network, has been advocating for increased protection of girls and women. What do you think are the biggest risks for girls and women during this time? Would love to hear your opinion on that.
I think during COVID-19, one way I think women and girls were affected was during the lockdown. I saw an increase in domestic violence in houses, and not
Hmm.
particularly to the disease, but yeah, because of the lockdown, that was on a major spike, what I observed. And women getting affected. I think adolescent girls were affected more by COVID-19, um, from what I had read. Uh, yeah, yeah, this is pretty much what I got to know from what happened during COVID-19. And it was like, I mean, it was a setback for a lot of us,
Yeah.
who had opportunities to do a lot of things, but COVID-19 had kind of come in the way, and it kind of put an end to those opportunities. And that even happened with me. I had got a
Yeah.
really good internship, and because of COVID-19, I think that just went out of my hands. So that
Wow.
was, I think, yeah, that affected me personally. But in general, yeah, I think it did affect a lot of women and girls in some way or the other.
So like the company didn't call you back, or you just couldn't
Uh,
travel.
oh no, not yeah. One was the traveling, and the company did not let outsiders come in anymore. So my
Wow.
internship just it was supposed to be during the summer, and the summer period had got over, so I kind of lost my opportunity for the internship.
Oh my. I'm so sorry about that.
No,
COVID really affected a lot
yeah.
of people. Oh wow. But I'm sure you're still doing well as you are. You're still doing well.
Absolutely. That is something I think no one should stop doing. No matter what, just keep your dreams up and keep have high ambitions. I think that's very important.
Yeah, exactly. This is like a watchword. No matter what, keep your dreams and keep on pursuing them.
Absolutely. Just keep
Yes.
working on
So,
them. No matter what, the situation might be, just don't give up. Just keep working towards it, and I'm sure one day we will be able to reach there.
um, we know that women and girls are often the most exposed to stereotypes stereotypes and discrimination. Do you think having more girls studying aerospace engineering and working in that field and in STEM in general can be beneficial to them?
Definitely. I think there are so many stereotypes, we see where women are already assumed not to have, a major decision holding in their fields, and women, even if they do get into any field, they are expected to just have stereotypical roles, like maybe a secretary or something like that. And even for me,
Yeah.
when I told people initially that I'm doing aerospace engineering, I got things like, what are you going to do? You're going to become an air hostess after that. I said, I mean,
Whoa.
that was, yeah, people just assumed very stereotypical things. They did not really try to
Yeah.
understand what opportunities aerospace engineering lies. So I think it's very important that um, women should be motivated to take up STEM as their in as their major. And I think it is expected from people to motivate each other, girls motivating each other to get into the field. And as I said initially, having role models really helps you. Gaining inspiration from people really helps you. So, yeah, I mean, the stereotypical comments and everything will be a setback, but you have to fight against it and just get over and push it down and just keep growing in your field. That's very important.
I'm seriously trying to actually think that they asked you, when you tell me you're an aerospace engineer or you want to study aerospace engineering, they ask you, are you going there to be an air hostess or something? Really?
Exactly. Exactly. That is one
Wow.
comment I got. Yeah. So, I mean, initially you do feel a little bad, but then later, when you
Yeah.
know what you are trying to do, or you don't
Yeah.
have to try to justify or prove to anyone, you know what you're doing, and just keep going with that. Because those comments or something, don't let it get into you, because it can affect you and it can pull you down. So don't let any of those kind of comments ever do that. Just keep pushing yourself and work in whatever you love doing. Just don't listen to such things.
Wow. So now for aerospace engineering, when most people want to get into a particular STEM field that they have higher percentage of men compared to women, they'll ask you what are the opportunities that are available in your field, in such field. So what job and career opportunities are there for girls that wants to study aerospace engineering?
Aerospace engineering is a very vast field. Honestly, there are tons of opportunities. You could become an astronaut. You could become a pilot.
Wow.
You could design planes, rockets. You could design a mission. You could build satellites. You can launch rockets. You could
Wow.
become an aircraft maintenance engineer. You could fly a spacecraft, or um, you could work on the propulsion side, working on the jets. You could, there are tons of opportunities. I can't even begin to,
Wow.
tell you. There are so many opportunities in aerospace. There is,
Yeah.
again, I can keep listing on. There's cybersecurity. There is programming where you're, as I said, building a flight trajectory, or there are so many options you can work on in aerospace. My personal favorite is designing.
Okay, you also just to design the aircraft.
Yeah, it's either you basically get to design a particular part of an aircraft, because an aircraft is huge. And not only
Oh,
aircraft, you can do rockets as well. Rockets and launch vehicles and satellites. You could design satellites. You could get into the materials testing for aircrafts or spacecrafts, or you could get into the structures um, of all these things. There are so many opportunities as an aerospace engineer.
I'm really learning a lot actually because I thought that, I thought just,
Yeah.
let's say, five people that's supposed to design a plane, an aircraft. I didn't know that there are
Uh,
actually different sections to it.
yeah, there are so many opportunities as an aerospace engineer. You have a lot of, fields you can choose in aerospace engineering. So, and it's a fun field once you get into it.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
nice. That's really nice. So, in all your journey, from when I know, I love to, from when you started, from when you were little, you actually wanted to study aerospace engineering, right?
Yeah. Although I did
Yeah.
not
So,
know
was there
what
like,
aerospace engineering was back then,
and then,
I got to know
yeah.
only like around my high school. Like I wanted to know, I want to learn about these aircrafts. What field should I go for? Because I did not really know about aerospace engineering existing that time. So I was like, it's either electrical, electronics, or maybe mechanical. Because if you are in mechanical engineering, because aerospace engineering is like a branch of mechanical engineering. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so during my high school, I got to know about aerospace engineering and I immediately enrolled myself in my university and I did get in.
It has been great.
Yeah.
So, was there a
Mhm.
particular time that the challenges were so big and you just wanted to give up and you're like, oh, I'm done with this. I can't keep up, the pressure from all sides and people talking, blah, blah, and all of that. Was there a particular time
Absolutely.
you gave up?
Yeah, there was a time, especially, during the lockdown where everything was happening online and there was so much, pressure on being able to manage time for different things and it became really frustrating at one point. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. But then I realized what I'm actually working for, what are my goals. So that's what kept me going. That's what was pushing me forward. But yeah, that's one thing. I mean, everyone does face that in life at least once. So it's important to not quit. You shouldn't, if you do face that, you do have, that pressure, don't ever think of quitting. Just manage, try to manage things properly and just think about what you're working for. And I think, yeah, that will push you um, to what you're trying to work for. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because most people, when they're faced with such challenges, they just give up
Yeah.
and they're like,
Yeah.
no longer in this. But
Mm.
quitting is a
It's,
no
yeah.
area.
Yeah, you shouldn't,
Yeah, we're
try to take an immediate decision like that. Maybe definitely take breaks. I would really say that you should take breaks between whatever you're doing, manage everything properly in time because once COVID came and everything was online, so the schedule of everything had changed. So that became a little frustrating for me to
actually,
manage that. So yeah, I mean, it's really important to take breaks in what you're doing. Give it time, think through everything, and manage it well. I think then you're good to go. Everything becomes smooth, and you can work really well then.
I think taking break and giving it time would really, really work. Just
Absolutely.
cooling off, settle down. Yeah, really work.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, just having spent 40 minutes with you, I really learned a lot. I think I would like to go into aerospace engineering.
That would be fantastic.
Wow. Because I really learned
Yeah.
a lot. I just got so interested. I'm
Yeah.
so proud of what you've been doing. You've really been doing a lot. Wow, that's really great. So, is
Yeah.
there anything you'd like to say to the girls out there that would love to pursue, or those that are just tired of everything from the pressure and all of that? It's like a word you'd like to tell them.
I would like to tell the girls that you should always get into something you really love doing. Don't listen to people who are trying to pull you down. Listen to your inner voice and do what you love doing. That's all I want to say. Like, just
Hmm.
be passionate and just work towards your goal. People will always once in your lifetime will try to pull you down, or try to put something in your head, but just listen to your inner voice and don't
Yeah.
let that come your way. Just work towards what you have set your goals as. I think that's something which is really important and that's kept me going.
Wow. I'm sure they'll really love that. I'm really going to use this. I'm really
Uh,
going to use it. It would really help me to. So thank you
yeah.
very much. It has been amazing. 40 minutes with you, and I really learned a whole lot. I'm going to be putting on my camera now so you can see my face.
Yes, please.
Can you
I
see
can
me?
see you. I can see your
Yeah.
tiny little face down there. But yeah, I can see you. It was wonderful talking to you, Tina. Enjoyed this conversation,
Yeah,
and I
it's
was
wonderful
so
talking to
happy
you too.
to
My name is Elizabeth.
share. Oh, you are Elizabeth. I thought I was talking to Tina. That's why.
Oh no, no, this
Okay.
is Elizabeth.
It was so
Yeah,
nice talking to you and sharing my journey with you.
me too. It was really nice talking to you. I learned a whole lot.
I'm glad. I'm glad I was able to share my experiences, and I hope I get to see more girls in the aerospace field.
All right. Yeah. We'll send you an email to, and if you have other girls, other women that you love for them to be part of our program, you can just, put their emails and we'll reach out to them too.
Sure.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? I don't think I got the last sentence what you said.
I said we'll send you an email, and if you have other women that you'd love for them to be part of our show, you can just impute their emails and we'll send them a message.
Absolutely, I'll do that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you
Yeah.
very
Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
much.
It was lovely talking to you.
It was lovely talking to you too. Do have a great day,
You
and
too.
I wish you good luck in your forthcoming project and all.
I wish you good luck for
All
your
right.
future, and I hope you
Bye.
have a great day. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.